What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another JTG 2K23. If you haven't tuned in to the first round of the TGC Tour tournament that we streamed yesterday, go ahead and check that one out. This is round 2. We'll go ahead and get into it, but great first round. Tied my career low, 63. We could have went lower, but was not happy or not upset with the 6 under. I mean, good round. But we'll go ahead and get into round 2. I think we were in the 30th rank, somewhere around there, after the first round. We'll have to shoot another decent round to be in the top, probably in the top 15. We'll probably have to shoot about another 6 under, but it's doable. To shoot, make the cut, it's right around even par, so we'll have to shoot 6 over par basically to make the cut. So not really worried about making the cut. Let's go out here and shoot a good number and leave ourselves a good spot for 2 good rounds in the weekend, and maybe post our best tournament ever in the TGC Tours. But we're going to go ahead and get into round 2 coverage. If you haven't liked and subscribed, we're trying to go to 500. Help us get there. But with all that being said, let's get into this round 2 coverage. Let's get straight into it. Alright, we're going to get into it here. Round 2, hole 1. TGC Tours. Got a 6 under first round. And a horrible drive on the second round to start off. But should have warmed up. And that's going to be round 2's tip number 1. Hole number 1, tip number 1. Warm up. If you're playing on a mid-level to high-level play, warm up. Even if you're playing on the easiest levels, getting the game to correlate with your brain, it takes a little bit of time. There's going to be a little bit of a window there to make sure everything's set up as far as how you connect to the game. Outside chance for par here. And yeah, I mean, that's the price we pay. Man, I thought I made it, to be honest with you, but we're going to go ahead and get into the second hole. Hit the fairway. So when you're not playing great, you don't have a great starting hole, the best thing to do is just hit the middle of the green, hit the middle of the fairway, and just get a 2-putt par, and keep doing that until you build momentum up. You may not score a lot of birdies that way because you probably won't 1-putt from the middle of the green. But here, unless I do something crazy with my putter, I'm going to make par, maybe an offside chance of making a birdie. I won't have any issues doing this over and over again until we get to holes that we need to score on. But that's just kind of the balance you have to keep in your strategy. Just try to hit the middle of the green. Here we pulled it just a little bit. I know that's a push for most people. We're left-handed, a little bit of a pull, a little bit quick. But, you know, you just got to play consistent golf. That wasn't a bad miss off the tee. You leave yourself an uphill putt for birdie. We just don't have the putter really going much right now. But golf is a game of patience. You gotta put in the work. This is the second hardest hole in the course. If we can make par here and move on, I think we'll be good. There's a par 5, I think, after this. You just gotta put in the time in golf. I mean, in your round, this is the same as a regular round in golf. I mean, you gotta put in the time. You gotta put in the tough holes. You gotta put in pars. You gotta get yourself pars. And don't leave yourself, don't set yourself up for failure. Like, for example, this hole, if I would have hit my iron shot left and miss it left, I would have had to chip over that ridge to make a par and get it to stop on that ridge outside the rough. Here I hit it to the middle of the green and blow it 13 feet high, and it's still going to make the same score, but no, I made par. But you get what I mean. You put yourself in good spots, you're going to make good scores. I doubt I would have made that up and down from the left side of the green. So it's just kind of knowing yourself, knowing what you're going to do, set yourself up for the best possible score. And then you have shots like this that come through. I thought we made that one. You have shots like this that come through that, you know, that you're just worth the wait and worth putting in the time and knowing, I guess, getting the reward for knowing when to go for it and when not to go for it. Good drive here. Missed the fairway the first round. These greens all look the same. I feel like all these greens are the same. don't know if that's just me. Leave that in the comment section, but I feel like all these greens look like the same green on this little side of this ridge. Anyway, I mean, it's a pretty course, don't get me wrong. Man, that would have been nice to have. Alright, well, I mean, kind of following the program here, getting birdies where we need them. Making pars where we have to. This is the hole where we had that pin is exactly where we put the ball the first time in round 1 and had our 3-putt for bogey. And what's crazy is we hit it to the spot where we needed to in round 1. That's kind of crazy how that works. Like, yeah, that literally is where our ball was at round 1. We would have made a hole in 1 round 1 if the pin was for round 2. We probably would have made the putt where we were at just now. So that means round 1 to round 2, if we would have switched the golf balls, we would have went from 1 over to 2 under. Just by switching the golf balls from round 1 to round 2. It's crazy. Sitting at 6 under, with the start that we had, 6 under through 8 is not bad. It's not great, but I would much rather have that than oh my gosh, man. Zara told us to grab the 3-wood, hit it at the hole, and we got scared and we hit it at the hole, and we just made freaking eagle, guys. We got scared. We said, alright, yes ma'am. 3-wood, pin seeker, flag stick, eagle. Whole lot of eagle there. That's what I like to see. You can see our character's a little flustered. Maybe that caddy player relationship is working out in our favor here. A little bit slow, but we pulled it. Kind of worked out. Dead center of the fairway. Putting together a pretty decent round here. 8 under through 9. Let's try to get 9 under through 9. Think we can do it here, guys? We've not been playing. Left it short. Catch that ridge. Oh, if that would have caught the ridge, I think we would have made this. I mean, this is a tough putt. It's not as tough as we think here. It didn't break as much as I thought. I thought I almost hammered that through, but let's go eagle birdie. Last 2 holes here. This is what you came to see. Little down. See, this green looks exactly like that other green, and it's exactly like the other green. It's like there's a bunch of ridges. It slopes left to right, back to front every single time. Back to back to back? Back to back to back? Back to back to back in the comments. Let's go back to back to back. 3-peat, whatever you want to say. Let's leave it. Good. Good. I mean, Zara's got it going. Zara's handing the right clubs at the right time here. I don't know if we can do 4 in a row. That's going to be probably a TGC record for me. I've scored pretty low scores, but I never really have a lot of birdies back to back to back. And we're setting ourselves up. I think that's an eagle putt if I'm not wrong there. We could go eagle, birdie, birdie, eagle here, guys. And that would have been nice to have, but we'll go back to back to back to back birdies here. 4 birdies in a row if you include the eagle as a birdie. You can go 3 birdies in a row with an eagle at the beginning if you want. However you want to, whatever verbs and pronouns you want to use. All right, let's go 4 birdies in a row. 5 birdies with an eagle. Maybe. Outside chance here. This is going to be a tough putt. Double breaker. Yeah, that back half just broke too much. Alright, so when you're putting a double breaker, let's make this putt first. Alright, good par. Alright, so say the first half breaks left and the other half breaks equal, just as much to the right. Even though it's equal, the back half is going to break more because the ball is moving less at a lesser speed. So always play the back half break faster or at more break than the first half. It's not much, because I mean golf ball speed does have effect on the ball, but it's enough for it to matter. Just like enough for that rough to matter on that approach shot. I mean, this is the second time we missed the fairway on this hole. The first time we almost holed it out. The second time we can't even get it close here. Yeah. I mean, that's what you get for missing the fairway and missing the right tier of that green. That's just kind of the staple of this course, hitting it to the right areas off the tee and putting it in the right position on the right tiers of this green. But, I mean, that's the name of the game for most courses. It just seems like that's the name of the game for most of the TGC Tour courses. They're all the same in the fact that you've got to get it on the right level of the green. You can see back there, there's a level back there. It's level all the way back in the back portion of that green. And there's a level to the right, and it slopes all the way around if you're not on that ridge. So it's a tough putt if you're not on the same level. Pars aren't going to kill us. I mean, if we came in with the 10 under, I'd be happy right now. There's a couple gettable holes, but the main goal is just to come in with some pars. We're going to try to drive this green here. We do. Driving a par 4 and 1. Let's go. Green's running at a 1.55. A little bit of an uphill putt here. We hammered that through. I mean, we're going to struggle to make par here. Let's see if we can make birdie. Yeah, I mean, we're going to struggle to make par here. That was just a misread. I don't know why I didn't aim up left on that. The world will never know. I mean, that's a bogey there. After driving the par 4, I don't know why we did a celebration. 21, can you do something for me? I don't know why we're doing anything like that. We drove the par 4 and made bogey. Tough. I said, let's just make pars out, drive the par 4, and then make bogey. Great advice, Josh. Great advice. Let's go. I mean, after we make a big number like that, after we make a bogey on a par 4 like that, just try to hit the fairway, hit the green here. Don't hit any crazy shot. Like right now, I'm kind of in between clubs. I'm not trying to hit anything crazy here. I know what I'm gonna do here. I'm basically gonna take more club and make sure that I get to the hole uphill into the wind, and then also just gonna make sure I err on the side of leaving myself in a good position. There was a straight uphill birdie putt. Miss it. I'm not mad about that miss. I should have made it, but is what it is. Let's do the same thing here. I mean, here is a perfect example. This green slopes to the left. The pin is at the very far left corner. And if you miss it to the left, you're not going to make par. So this hole wants you to miss it to the left. Everything that the golf course designer is doing is trying to get you to hit it left of the flag. But you just got to know to hit it right of the flag and just leave yourself a putt like this. Make that par and move on to the next hole. And that's what you got to do. If you make the birdie putt, you got lucky, but that's just kind of how you play this hole. A hole like that that's pretty tough par 3. That's kind of it sets up for you to fail on it. All right, fairway and regulation. You know that's going to lead to a green. Let's get a birdie here on the last. Get to 10 under. 10 under would be a respectable score. We just got to go. Let's see if we can make this one here. Just ran that one by too much there. Ran that one by. I'm sorry, guys, here, man. The putter got ice cold here late the round. Man, that's going to conclude it. That putter was no joke. Man, well, we'll try to get the putter going rounds 3 and 4. We'll make the cut. The cut is at even. I think we're 30th right now. We'll make the cut. We'll have rounds 3 tomorrow and rounds 4 on Friday. And we'll post a video on Saturday to wrap up the 3 archetype for the best bag. But we'll get all that later on. But thank you for tuning in. Round 3 tomorrow. We'll see you then.